This is a Big Bear Dungeons podcast, where we explore mature themes including explicit sexual content, intense violence, strong language, and some adult situations possibly triggering to some. This podcast is rated 18 plus, and listener discretion is advised. Please share this podcast with your friends and family, and don't forget to check out our social media profiles. Give us a like and follow to stay updated. I hope you enjoy this episode. We left off last time with the end of a giant battle between mole men and our three awesome heroes. At the end of the fight, y'all decided to turn in for the night, and I believe that Theraway and Sky took their medicine and went to bed, while Mikhail decided to not only have 1 point of exhaustion, but to gain another one by not sleeping or resting the entire night.
Did he also take his medicine?
He did not. He did not take his medicine. So this is going to be day one without your medicative care by the government.
I don't need a doctor telling me what I do and don't need.
I feel like us saving him is going to become a regular thing. Like, if I'm just being honest here, I really think that's going to be a regular thing, and I'm kind of here for it.
I vow to always be a hindrance and make me one of your responsibilities.
Thank God for my weed hand ability. Thank you, Zach.
So, you guys wake up to the next morning, and it seems a little bit off. Like things have shifted maybe a little bit, but for the most part, your belongings seem everything's there, and you go out into the hallway, and this is where we actually left off last time, with the doors to the cafeteria bursting open and black smoke flooding into the hallway. Coming through this black smoke is a little mummy girl. She's wrapped in dirty linen, and she looks up to you, and you see only her eyes, and she goes, "Are you my mummy?" And that's where we are starting today.
Even though I found my way into this new life where I'm a little bit of a debaucherous creature, my priesthood is calling me to take care of this child. So I just want to lean down and just like hug the child, and then I guess I want to just reassure it that we're going to help. I'm not its mummy, but I'm going to help it find its mummy in the most PC way possible, because I was a priest at one point and hugging children gets a little sketchy. So like I'm going to hug it quickly, and I'm going to get through the hug, and then I'm going to kind of like, you know, maybe like hand on the side of the face, reassure it. You know, I'm just reassuring it. Hey, I'm not your mummy. I'm not your mummy. It's okay. You find your mummy.
To that, I'm imagining like you're just like down on one knee, you have your arms outstretched, and it's like a persuasion check to see if she'll like come and hug you while you're saying these things.
Nat 1.
Ooh.
Oh man.
That's the first roll of this session too, bro. Come on.
As bad as it can go. Right off the bat, that's as bad as it can go. Nat 1 on persuading this mummy, this child mummy, that I'm not its mummy.
Her eyes gets really wide, and she turns around on her heel, and she darts back into the cafeteria.
I'll just look at the party and go, I don't know what happened there.
You start to hear like sounds and people shuffling and talking loudly. No, I wouldn't say like yelling, but like shouting, coming from the cafeteria. A couple of the other residents come out of the doorways. You see a furbog, you see an orc, and you see a human. And all three of them look over to the smoke that's billowing out, and they just exclaim, "Man, we gotta get out of here!" And they run the opposite direction.
We've seen a lot of different things since we've been in this new place.
But not black
But
smoke.
I know one thing. when you see a child in need, you help them.
Of course, the priest is gonna go run after the child.
Yeah.
Let's help the little girl. Seems like there's something going on. She could be in danger. We gotta get her to safety and find her mummy.
So y'all go into the cafeteria. As you come through the black smoke, everyone do a Constitution saving throw for me.
I got a 14.
14.
14 with a +5.
5.
Tharaway and Mikkel, as you're coming through, you kind of cover your face up and block most of the smoke from getting in. I'm sorry, Sky, but you just kind of took a deep breath in whenever you got in the middle of this smoke cloud and you start coughing. You're going to take a D4 damage. Alright, so that's going to be 3 points of damage. So, as you come into this cafeteria, you see that there is black smoke billowing from the kitchen, from the actual kitchen area, which is north of you, about 200 feet. And there is lunch ladies that are running around and exclaiming that the pasta has been burnt. It was stayed in the oven for too long. On the east side, you see like 10 to 12 people gathered in a circle looking over something that seems to be on the floor in the middle of their circle. It's tense in the air, and it seems like there's a lot going on, and maybe some lives are at stake. But this is what you see when you come in.
Is that oven still going?
Yes, the lunch ladies that are in the kitchen are working on putting out the fire and getting everything under control.
My focus is entirely on finding this child mummy and making sure it's okay.
Give me a perception check.
16.
Nice. So you do see that there is a little tail whip of linen as it goes into the door that is directly to your right, maybe down about 25-30 feet. And that is going into the rec room, where you were summoned over the intercom by Dr. Spellweaver for your first city council meeting.
The good that was instilled in me through my faith is telling me, doesn't matter how debaucherous my thoughts are nowadays, the priest in me is telling me to go find this child and help it find its mummy.
Heard. So you run into the rec room.
I will stay and put out the fire.
Gotcha. And what are you doing, Mikkel?
I am gonna go take a little nap because I'm sleepy and it's getting hard to do anything. I may even start seeing doubles.
Well, let's go ahead and take care of that real quick, because that'll be quick, and then that'll be an hour short rest is what I'm kind of guessing you want?
Yeah.
So you go back to your room, and as you begin to lay down on your cot, you see that right next to the pillow is that pill that you didn't take.
And right next to my head is that pill that I'm gonna continue not taking.
Heard.
Oh my god. Okay.
Should I take it?
Look. I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know. It came from the government. We should trust them, right? They have our best interests at heart.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're going to go tell your grievances to them, and they're going to make promises to fix those grievances and stuff. I mean, this is a pretty liberal government. Let's jump back over to Sky. So you want to run across and try to help the lunch ladies put out the fire that's in the kitchen?
Yes.
As you run by, give me a perception check.
Shit. 7.
As you run by, you mainly just see the backs of all the people in the circle that are not facing you at the moment. And you do hear someone cry out and go, "Oh my gosh, is he gonna die?" And you continue progressing on to the kitchen area. As you come up, how do you want to get into this? So how it's set up is like, you bring your tray down those metal rods, and there's a protective screen to cover for the food. Well, you could like vault over that if you'd like, or you could try the door that's off to the right to get like back into the kitchen.
All right, I'm going to run in and try to vault over the counter. Try to be cool about it.
Wonderful. Give me an athletics check.
11.
11, heard. So, I mean, you decently vault over it. Your back left leg kind of hits the shield a little bit, and you're able to catch your footing, but it's like you're on all fours, and you're just gonna have to stand up. But it's like you intended to do it that way. One of the lunch ladies comes screaming past you, and she goes, "Damn it! Where's the fire extinguisher? Where's the damn fire extinguisher?" A couple other lunch ladies are going over and like trying to bat at the fire with some linen and trying to put it out. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna run up to them and like shove them out the way and be like, watch this shit. And I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost on the fire. A frigid beam of blue-white light streaks toward a creature within range. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, it takes 1d8 of cold damage, and its speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of its next turn. Yeah, I know it's not like on a creature, but
yeah.
still help against, a fire.
Roll to hit.
18.
You do hit, and it seems to help a little bit with the fire, but not too much.
I was gonna shrug my shoulders and be like, well, I fucking tried. And I'm just gonna go ahead and take a chance.
As you run out of the, are you jumping over the thing again, or
I'm just gonna use the door.
heard that? As you run out the door, you hear one of the lunch ladies go, "Blasted children out here! Just stay out of the kitchen."
As I turn the corner, can I cast grease in the kitchen?
If you would like to, yes.
What? She didn't have to be an ass about it. Slick grease covers the ground in a 10-foot square centered on a point within range, and it turns into difficult terrain for the duration. When the grease appears, each creature standing in its area must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or fall prone. A creature that enters the area or ends its turn there must also succeed on a dexterity saving throw or fall prone. If grease catches fire, like lights on fire, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just making sure. I'm just trying to make this a little more difficult for them to know.
If for any reason the fire seems to transfer from the oven to the ground, then yes, I will say that it will catch the grease on fire. I'm gonna roll those dexterity saving throws. Alright, so one of the lunch ladies that was on your left when you were doing the frost spell, she slips and falls down, slamming onto the ground. The lady on the other side of you, that is right there at the oven, she seems to manage her footing and kind of does that like running in place kind of thing going on, but she's able to hold her ground eventually and hold on to the oven. And then the other one that was looking for the fire extinguisher that was right in front of you, she just slips and falls on her ass, and then she looks over and sees that it's underneath a table, and so she finds the fire extinguisher.
Yeah, I'm just going by chance at this point.
Cool, going to Tharaway. Alright, so roll another perception check for me as you're passing by that group of people again.
That was going to be a 7.
You just hear people gasping and feeling really sorry. There's now someone on top of something in the middle. Like you saw someone like jump down on their knees, and you can't really see what's going on. But yeah, you want to continue or do you want to stop?
I'll continue on.
You come to the rec room right after Tharaway enters as well. So you see that there is chairs in a circle on a big plush carpet, and Dr. Spellweaver is sitting there. There's the little mummy girl. There is a redhead human. There's 2 blue-haired orcs and a gnome sitting at the chairs, and there are 3 empty seats to complete the circle. And it's got like inspirational quotes on posters on the walls. It's really hot in here. You're now starting to notice that the building itself is starting to look different. It looks like cut sandstone instead of concrete like it was yesterday. Dr. Spellweaver speaks up. He goes, "I'm so happy you 2 are here. Where is Mikkel?"
He partied a little too hard last night, and he's resting it off at the moment.
Oh, well darn. I was really hoping to have him here. Well, I guess it can't be helped. Go ahead, take a seat, guys.
I will just stand behind my... Actually, no, I'm going to move my chair out of the way and just push off to the side and just stand in its spot.
I will sit down like a normal human.
Wonderful. Thank you, Chance. Now. Tell me about all of your problems. How about you, Sky? Why are you here? What is your problems you want to unload on us?
Those moles from yesterday were kind of a pain in the ass. So, if you could maybe tell me what's up with that.
Moles? We don't have moles here.
That's a lie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I've never seen anything bigger than a rat, personally.
Well, we had to get rid of, 3 or 4 of them thereaway?
It was about tree fitty.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, gentlemen. I'll definitely let the guard know so we'll be on better lookout. But I don't think we'll have a problem with moles anymore. As you can see, the dungeon has relocated itself, and it has brought us to a desert. What are the actual problems that you have to bring to us, and why are you here, Mr. Tharaway?
A moment outside, I saw a tiny mummy child looking for its mummy.
He kind of looks over to his left where the mummy girl is sitting. This one.
Yes, I wanted to make sure it was okay.
You don't have a mummy, do you? She looks up and goes, "Are you my mummy?" No, I'm not. No, I don't believe you have a mother. Don't you remember that? And then she just kind of stares off into space as if lost in thought. Well, anyways, let's get back to it. We're going to time skip. So an hour goes by. A couple of the other residents start talking about poor living conditions and not enough bathroom breaks when they are doing their jobs around town and stuff. Not enough pay for the commissary that's in the lobby area. And apparently the person that runs the commissary, the Yuan-Ti, little snake hybrid human, is a mischievous little man and just basically steals from everyone through price gouging. And at the end of it, everyone stands up. As the 2 blue-haired orcs are walking past you two, they kind of shoulder both of y'all at the same time and keep walking.
Pardon you, my good sir.
Yeah, pardon you. And he just continues to walk out. Dr. Spellweaver comes over and goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry about that. Those 2 have a little bit of a hot streak on them. Just steer clear of them and you'll be fine. No need to start picking any fights now. Remember the rules."
I'm going to go over and shove one of them. Like, hey, what the fuck was that for?
And he kind of hits the wall a little bit, but he catches himself. He turns around and looks at you and goes, "Does Shrimpy want to die?"
You can certainly fucking try.
He laughs in your face as his brother comes over and puts a hand on him and goes, "He not worth it, brother. He's small fry. We go." They proceed to leave. As they open up the door, it's even louder from that group of people. It seems like they've amassed a good 5 or 6 more, and they're kind of just being really loud about this dude that's apparently dying. This is the context clues you're now getting from this. There's someone dying on the floor in the middle of the cafeteria. It seems like the fire has been taken care of, though, and handled, and there is just singeing smoke from where it once was. Dr. Spellweaver speaks up and goes, "Oh my, I guess I need to go get the guards and I'll grab the sisters, and if y'all want to go figure out what's going on over there, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get them and get this handled." And he rushes out of the room.
Yeah, we'll meet you there, bro. I'm going to make my way to our rooms to go wake up Mikkel.
You come in and you see that he's just sprawled out, and it seems like he's dead to the world.
I'm going to kick his leg to try to wake him up. Like, hey, wake up. We got business. I'm going to take his pill, though, because he hasn't taken it. So I'm going to go ahead and take it, and he will be taking that pill.
Gotcha. And you two received your pill in the city council meeting. So you guys took your pill with everyone else and stuff like that. And he did give you an extra one for Mikkel. You have waken up Mikkel.
Their way, I kind of feel like we should maybe check out that dying person that everybody keeps talking about. Like maybe we should go help him.
I'm more interested in why the little baby mummy doesn't have a mummy.
Alright, well, if you want to go be friends with that kid, cool. I'm gonna go investigate that dying person.
Look, I don't want to twist your wrist here, but here's my argument. All right.
All right.
That man out there is dead, and the children and the children are our future.
Yeah, but this man's not dead yet. He's just dying. You're telling me you don't want to go save a life?
You don't want to help. You don't want to help mold a life into something that could be beneficial to everyone.
Nope, it's not my job.
Wow, it takes a village. All right.
It also takes a village to save one another.
You know, when I was in my priestlyhood, I talked to many a single mother, and it takes a village.
Stairway. You look over at the door and you see the little mummy girl is just kind of like sauntering down the hallway past your room right now.
Little girl, little girl.
She stops in the middle of the doorway and without moving her body, just her head, she just like looks over at you and then she proceeds to turn her head to where she's kind of looking at you sideways and she puts up a little wrapped finger and points at herself.
Yes, you. I want to talk to you.
She turns and steps 1 foot into the room and she just stares at you. Are you my mummy?
I'm not your mummy, no.
I want mummy.
I'm going to help you do that. I want to help you do that.
Where's my mummy?
Well, you tell me.
She turns around on her heel and starts goes out the doorway and starts sauntering down where she was heading.
I don't think she even knows who her mummy is. We could lie. Trying to whisper very carefully so that only my 2 party members hear me say that.
I'm just gonna look at their way and be like, yeah, you have fun with that kiddo, man. And I'm gonna walk out the room and make my way to the cafeteria.
Never cared about the youth, and that's why your future's nothing. That's what I yell at him.
Oh, wow.
Are you following,
Straight
Mikhail?
to the hurt. Yeah, I actually want to see if he hurls any more insults because I think this is going to turn out very interesting, and I'm going to go watch the show.
All right, what are you doing, Thairway?
Maybe an investigation check to see if I can just garner any kind of information that may give me a clue as to where I need to start looking.
Roll that investigation check. Actually, insight.
13.
The best you got is you could possibly follow her, or you could inquire, like talk to other people who can actually speak sentences, and maybe you can garner more information that way.
Knowing that now with the situation, I look down at the mummy and I caress her wraps once again, and I go, I'm going to help you, but I am going to need to investigate further.
Mummy?
See you around. No, not your mummy, and then I kind of just walk away from her.
She continues sauntering her own way off. As you three come up to the crowd of people, roll me some perception checks.
16.
There's an 18.
13.
I'm going to say y'all are close enough that those will all work. You see that there's someone beating the chest of this man who looks oddly very familiar. Curly, sandy brown hair, the slim physique, 5'4". It's your best friend Austin, and he seems to be choking on something.
Oh, crap. Well, alright, I'd like to run over and immediately try and, like, pull whatever's in his mouth out.
So give me a investigation check.
That is gonna be a 5.
You start looking up his nose. You start opening his mouth and just kind of seeing, like, his unbrushed teeth that looks like it's just been coated with alcohol. One of the guys from the group comes over and, like, picks you up and goes, let him have some space. The other dude's already doing CPR on him.
Alright, fine, but I'm still mad at this guy. It smells like my favorite whiskey. He had a party without me. I'm offended. Hey, buddy, what the hell happened to you?
He looks up at you and just...
Alright, that is not constructive.
I start trying to give him the Heimlich.
Give me a medicine check.
Dirty 20.
You get a good 3 lunges, and on the last one, you see that a meatball come flying out, and hit the man that was originally trying to do CPR in the face. Everyone starts applauding and clapping and just celebrating and kind of hitting you on the back and just being like, oh my gosh, thank God you were here. You just saved his life. Austin's kind of coughing and choking up a little bit, and he looks up at you and goes, wow, man. I knew you were a priest, but I didn't know you were an angel. Thanks for saving my life, dude.
I'm gonna pat Austin on the back and be like, so, still choking on balls, I see.
Oh man, that was rough. Oh my god. Hey, wait. The whole gang's here. How the hell are you guys?
Tired and annoyed.
How are we? What the hell is going on here?
At that moment, you hear the north side doors of the kitchen burst open, and there's maybe 10 guards that run in and 4 sisters. They're kind of starting to investigate the area and kind of figure out, what happened with the fire and why everyone's congregated over here. Austin goes, oh shit, guys, they're looking for me. I need to go. Hey, can we go back to my place or your place or something like that and just hide down for a little bit?
Why are they looking for you?
We ain't got time to talk. We gotta get out of here before they come over here. And you see 2 guards start sauntering over your way.
Alright, fuck it, let's dip then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let's dip. Where are we going?
Taking back to one of our rooms.
I am going to haul ass back to the room, but on my way past the kitchen, I would like to cast Firebolt on the grease.
Cool. Go ahead and roll for that.
24.
It definitely hits. Bolt of fire comes out and slings across the entire cafeteria, launching over, almost looking as good as your pounce over that shield barrier, but it seems to just soar over and hit the grease inside the kitchen, and it just ignites the entire thing. This is going to draw the guards' attention, and they're going to be rushing over there to try to put it out.
I want to attempt to help them put it out so I look like a hero.
Are you fucking kidding me right now?
Oh. Okay, well, I'm going to take him and just go back to my room.
All right, Thereaway, Mr. Fighter. How you doing this? You run up to the kitchen door, and you see that the door itself is closed, but the flames, as you can see over the shield, are huge. They are engulfing everything in there. The 3 lunch ladies in there, and they seem to be trapped behind all the fire.
How am I putting this fire out? Okay. What do I have in my surrounding area? What items are out there?
You have metal and plastic cafeteria trays in the giant receptacle thing that you get them from, in every cafeteria that we've ever been at. Right next to the door to the kitchen, you see that there are a couple guards trying to open the door and bash their way in, and just use their axes to kind of cut it down because it seems like the handle's too hot. You have bits of food on the floor. You have an orange. You don't really see anything else. There is a couple milk cartons, like those little school ones, on a table nearby.
Are there any large amounts of salt, like seasoning for cooking and that kind of stuff?
There is salt on all the tables, and it seems to be in a nice little glass, dragon claw votive.
Okay, but they're filling those up with something. I asked while everybody's panicking, I'm asking the workers in there, where's the salt? Where's the salt?
Why do you want salt right now? Save us!
Because salt's not flammable. You can put out grease fires with it.
It's in the dry storage, but that's on the other side of the kitchen.
I don't run into the dry storage and get just the biggest bag of salt I can find.
Give me an athletics check to jump over the food barrier shield.
5.
You don't quite make it.
Oh, fuck.
I don't know if it was you didn't get a good enough running start or something, but I just imagine you kind of climbing up onto those 3 metal rods that are in front, and it just collapses underneath your weight, and you just hit the floor.
What are you trying to say? Collapses under my weight. Wow.
All I gotta say, Chance, is you kind of look like queso.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Gather myself and bound towards the salt again.
I got you. Do another athletics check.
17.
You kind of dust yourself off and hope that no one saw with all the chaos going around here.
Yeah, I want to look around. Did anybody see me?
Give me a perception check.
It'd be funny if the lunch ladies were laughing at him.
19.
So you look around and everyone seems to be running away and there's a couple guards handling all the people that were around in that group, but most of them seem preoccupied with the fire. You do see the little mummy girl coming to the doorway of the cafeteria, and she's just like pointing at you and staring at you. She definitely saw, but she's the only one.
I'm not your mummy, I yell at her.
Mummy!
Get out of here, you're flammable.
She turns around and slowly walks away. You're able to launch yourself over, and you do it with such gusto that you actually end up 5 feet farther than you thought you would have. You hit the ground sliding and over the smooth sandstone of the kitchen, and you start running and booking it to the dry storage. At this point, we're going to do a little dexterity challenge. You're going to have to roll dexterity checks, and depending on what you're doing determines the dexterity check. As you hit the floor and you slide a little bit on the smooth sandstone, you book it back to the dry storage. You start rummaging through barrels, and you see that there is a bag of salt. It's a 10-pound bag, and it seems to have 3 of those around the back corner.
Is there a cart nearby?
There is a small metal cart. You can probably get 3 bags on it.
Is there baking soda?
You see some small boxes of baking soda. It looks like you'll have to take a lot of them if you want to spread it out a good bit, but there are, a good 20, 30 boxes of baking soda.
I'm quickly grabbing the bags of salt and the baking soda and throwing it on the cart.
Gotcha. Give me a sleight of hand check, and let's see how well you stack this stuff.
12.
Pretty decently. You might lose a box of sodium or 2, but you're going to have most of your stuff when you get to where you're going.
I'm just going to start pushing the cart back towards the flames. Since it's got some weight, I want to get the handles in front of me, and I want to kind of run and start kicking myself with it like it's a skateboard, and then I'm going to kind of duck down with it and just, if I get enough speed, kind of just roll towards the majority of the flames.
Give me a acrobatics.
Woohoo! 21.
Nice. You're able to sail right underneath the smoke overhead and protect your lungs. Very smart of you. Stopping just short because you kind of do like a side swipe and it kind of just like screeches to a halt. There's a raging inferno in front of you. You can feel it on your face. The heat is so intense. And this is the main part of the big fire that started. This is where the firebolt hit. And everything seems to be charred around you. All the stainless steel tables and all the ovens. A lot of the fire be emanating from this main grease pool.
Okay, I just want to start opening the bags of salt. So I just start over like the most severe parts of the flame. I'm just slinging salt and opening up boxes of baking soda, and I'm just throwing it on the flames, trying to put the flames out.
Why am I just imagining this slow motion, the bag right near your dick, and then it's just like, here's my cherry pie, and it's just like that playing in the background?
God. If that's what you want to imagine, I'll allow you to imagine.
Perfect. Well, give me a sleight of hand check and then a dexterity saving throw.
Sleight of hand, nat 20.
Go ahead and get that dex saving throw with advantage.
10. 14 on that second.
You're able to sling the salt all over the big part of the grease fire and narrowly escape with just a couple hairs singed off your arms. You see the fire starting to die down a little bit, and the only remaining part of the fire is the trail that's leading over to the 3 lunch ladies that are surrounded by fire in the corner toward the northwest side, and then the fire leading over toward the door of where the grease trail ends. You see an axe come through the door, and then a foot opens the door violently, and a couple of the guards rush in. This is too dangerous. You don't need to be here. You need to get out of here. Come on, there's a fire. You need to get out.
I look at him and I say, I'm handling just fine on my own. And I just keep throwing salt.
Like heading toward the lunch ladies, putting out the fire as you go.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Give me another sleight of hand check.
10.
I mean, you're putting out most of the flames. There's a few that are still kind of small. Give me one last sleight of hand check for the final ring of fire that you're going to be putting out.
17.
You're able to sling the baking soda and put out the fire that's surrounding the lunch ladies. And they get up and kind of crouch, though, to still stay underneath the smoke. They rush past you, and they're coughing and just saying, thank you so much. One of them kind of like grabs your hand and goes, come on, we gotta get out of here.
If everything's looking all right, and I think I've done all I can do, I follow the lunch ladies and make sure that they're to safety.
You go outside, running past the few guards that are in there, still stamping out and taking your lead, actually, and grabbing more baking soda and salt and putting out the rest of the fire. And that is the end of the Dex challenge. You did very well. You made, I think, all of them except one.
No, those were killer. Yeah, I think I failed one saving throw or something like that.
With a couple hearty coughs, the looks like head lunch lady, because she's the oldest one there and has a nice little chef's hat on that's singed and kind of like half burnt down on one side. She looks at you and goes, thank you so much. I don't know what we would have done if you weren't there. The guards wouldn't have got there in time, I don't think.
I caress her cheek and I want to look in her eyes. And I don't want to necessarily. I want to charm her, but I don't want to charm her. I just want to put that thought in the back of her head, like, "Damn, he fucks."
Give me a persuasion check, or is it a deception check? Because you've never fucked before.
Ooh, good question. Yeah, this is. I'm reading all this in books, and I just think I am good at it. So I'm gonna go deception.
I heard that. Roll that deception with disadvantage.
Son of a bitch! Son of a bitch!
You had to see that coming.
10.
You got all your information from books? What are you, a nerd?
Whoa, DM, calm down. Calm down. Am I a nerd?
She kind of looks at you and goes, well, thank you again. She touches your hand and brings it down and goes, if you ever want any seconds, you just come to me. I'll take care of you. And she turns to the other two and goes, he gets anything he wants. If he wants prime rib that usually goes to the mayor and the mayor only, he gets it.
After she turns around and she says that, I grab her wrist one more time and I spin her around and I look at her again and I go, well, if you're going to give me seconds, that means you have to give me first.
Do you want to do a strength check or athletics check? To spin her around.
Athletics.
Cool, go athletics.
22.
You spin her around a couple times and she does like a couple 360s and she stops as your hand meets her hand and stops the spin. You say what you say and give me a persuasion check with advantage.
18.
She gets a twinkle in her eye, in her 78-year-old eye, and it seems like that twinkle hasn't been out in a while, and you have sparked a new love in her.
You're saying I'm starting the flames back up.
She then leaves to go tend to the cleanup process of the kitchen. All the guards seem to start ushering people out of the cafeteria as they clean up and take care of it. You're heading back to the room, Theraway?
I mean, if I've already received my Medal of Honor from the mayor and I've taken my photos with the local paper and I'm a local hero and all that kind of stuff for saving the day, yeah, I'll head back to the room.
Ah. You come back to the room and you see that Austin, Sky, and Mikkel are standing in the room and they have just begun talking.
Did y'all see that? It's pretty heroic.
Kind of you to finally join us.
I don't know. Could that be considered heroic?
Is he like covered in smoke? Like not smoke, but like char?
Oh yeah, he's a little sooted, a little bit singed. He has baby smooth arms.
Mr. Goody Two Shoes over here didn't have to try to play Mr. Fighter.
Sometimes you gotta let them feed their ego.
I guess so.
I know we're new here and we're just trying to figure out what's going on, but you know the rules. There's no need to be causing disturbances like that. I just wanted to help where I could.
Alright, bros.
Fair enough.
So how y'all been?
Confused, tired, little angry, not gonna lie.
Well, you had a chance to sleep and you decided not to, so saying you're tired is like...
Well, you know what? I'm gonna say I'm tired. I will always say that I'm tired, even though it's my fault that I'm tired.
I'm sorry to hear that, bro. Like, you need to pop a
How-
Percocet, like, stat, man.
I got some on my pillow.
You mind sharing that with me?
Nope.
Oh.
Not until I get some answers, at least.
Well, what do you want to know?
First off, where did you just disappear to?
I'm here. I don't know.
But I'm gonna kind of shove him. I'm like, what about at the fucking lodge, bro? What happened? You stood us up.
I got to the lodge. I went to the room, and I took a little nap, and now I woke up here. I don't know. I was like really high though. I took a lot of mushrooms. Am I still tripping?
Hold up, did you go in my bag?
Are we still tripping?
There was nothing in the room when we got there. We put our stuff down and then we left to go to the bar.
Oh, that's weird, man. Cause I made sure to put all my stuff in room 105.
Was that our room number?
It was B5, below floor 5. I almost forgot to tell you, Chance Tharaway, you gain an inspiration dice for saving those 3 lunch ladies.
Hey.
Hey.
So is he
Oh, yeah?
lying?
You can roll insight if you'd like.
I would like to. Someone else should roll an insight.
What'd you get?
You know, it's not even really that important.
I'm gonna assume it's a nat 1.
Even the nat 1.
No, I got a 4, but I rolled a 2.
He's telling the truth. He had a better room than you guys.
That little, of course he had a better.
I had all my stuff at 105, and I put the name underneath my alias, Jeffrey. I thought you guys would catch up with me, but I don't know. After my nap, I just woke up and I was here.
Well, you didn't fucking tell us that you were gonna go by your alias in the email that you sent us. Dipshit.
Says the drug dealer who uses aliases every day.
Yeah, but
No.
you should have told us, hey, I'm going by my alias name.
Obviously, I'd be doing alias. I mean, we're doing illegal shit.
But you
I
gotta
never knew
communicate
we were
these
doing
things, man.
anything.
You're a bad
Allegedly.
drug
Look
user.
into this.
As all 3 of you just hit him with all these answers and comments, he kind of backs up a little bit and goes, "Why are you guys upset? This place is really cool. Have you not seen this shit?" And he does produce flame, and he's like, "This shit's awesome, bro."
My whole life has been turned upside down.
So like, yeah, that's a good thing, Chance. Or that's a good thing, Tharaway.
Oh! Uh-oh.
No, wait. He would have said
Was
That-
that alias?
he would have said
My alias. Don't say my alias.
he would have said that's a good thing, Bob.
I go by my alias. Tharaway Kimbo now.
Dude, that's metal. That's awesome. That's really cool. So like, do you guys like want to get out of here?
And go where?
Like go back home.
I mean, yeah, bro, if you can figure out a way out of here.
He kind of leans in closer and looks over his shoulder a couple times and kind of like hand gestures you guys to lean in closer. So, there is a way out of here. And it's actually a perfect chance that this is actually where the dungeon is right now. Because we're underneath a temple, dude. I heard this from one of the guards. He was talking to another one and he was saying, that there's apparently, with this new location, we're in the middle of a pharaoh's tomb, a giant temple in the desert, and there's treasure below us. We just need to find the entrance, and we can get deeper and find this treasure, and I'm sure we can find something in there that'll get us home.
So no one knows where the entrance is?
That's what the guards were saying. They said they've been looking all morning and they haven't found it yet.
How do you think we're gonna be able to find it?
Any idea where to even start?
I mean, probably with a good perception check, probably.
He says that in character.
I don't even know how to properly respond after that.
When I was eavesdropping, they said that they were looking in all the common areas, but they haven't looked in, like, the living areas yet. I'm thinking, if they've searched everywhere else except where all the residents are living, then it's gotta be in one of these rooms.
I am gonna make a perception check to see if I can find anything like glowy. Catch my drift. 23.
With a 23, you start looking around, and after you get like down on all fours, you look underneath your bunk, off to the left of the room, and you see a wooden trap door.
I'm gonna motion over Mikhail and be like, "Hey, bro, you wanna help me with this?"
Hell yeah, I do.
Mikkel, you remember that this is the same trap door that you saw kind of glow as you were staying up all night last night.
Right, I completely forgot all about that.
I was trying to hand it to you this whole time, I swear. You come over and you see that it is a hinge lock with a padlock. Honestly, you could probably, if you with a good strength check, you could probably just bust right through this trap door. It's really old and withered.
I was gonna use my javelin, because I feel like that'd be perfect for getting the right amount of leverage on there.
This should be a strength check. Let's just keep it easy.
Okay. +4. That's 15.
You pop the lock right off of the trap door, and it is now open.
Alright, who's going in first, boys?
As you open it up, you see that there's a rope ladder that is clinging to one side of this 3 foot by 3 foot cube.
I'm not going first.
I'll go first. I'll be the
I'm the bard. I'm not
big
going
old
first.
bard. I'll be the Ooga Booga meat shield.
All right, I'll go next, says Austin.
I guess I will go after you then.
And I'm holding up the rear, but before we go in, can I sing us a song of inspiration?
For sure.
You have to actually sing it.
Okay, let me
Here,
collect
right
myself.
now.
I'm going to prepare my war gong. Just give me just a moment. I strike the war gong, so dong. And I go, to battle, we ride to battle, death to our enemies. And that's my song.
Just leave it on a mid cadence. It actually was really good. I really liked that. That was good.
Love it. But hey guys, I just have one little concern. Shouldn't we do this when we're nice and rested? I mean, this guy just got done fighting a fire.
I'm sorry to hear that, bro. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good to go. I know I just had near-death experience, but like, who hasn't, right?
And
Did you not get plenty of sleep last night?
I never sleep enough.
You should try praying more.
I mean, if you want, I guess, Mikkel, you could stay here and get some sleep. But I mean, I'm kind of worried that if we wait too long, the guards might start checking the rooms and find whatever's down there before we do, and then we can't use it. Austin goes, "You pussy whipped Philly Willies, I'm going in," and he just jumps right into the hole. Y'all head down, and it seems like it takes forever to get down there. It's very musty, and you kind of sometimes get a little bit of sand in your eye, and it's from the people above using the rope ladder, little bits of sand scraping off the sandstone. Austin's nowhere to be seen, and there is just a single corridor 5 feet wide heading down about 20 feet, and it splits to a left and a right.
Of course, he just disappeared and abandoned us again. This is like his favorite hobby now or something?
As y'all start making your way down this hallway, you get this feeling like there's a draft in the air, but you don't feel any wind, but you feel like the hairs on the back of your neck stand up a little bit. And you get to the fork in the road that goes left or right. Off to the left, you see a dead end about 10 feet down with old barrels with holes in them and stuff. There's some gold trickling out of the barrel holes. Off to the right, you see it goes down about 10 feet and takes another left.
I mean, I guess if I'm already this far into this, I'm just going to follow the hole.
Gotcha. So you're going right?
Yep.
Gotcha.
All right.
Left.
What?
I'm going left.
What are you going to do?
Yeah, I'm going to go take some of the gold.
As you go to touch one of the pieces of gold, it kind of like vibrates and wiggles away from your finger as you're about to grasp it.
Okay, I try to bust open one of the barrels then.
Wonderful. I was hoping you'd do that actually. And I actually thought that you'd be doing this. As you go to kick, give me a roll to hit.
Fuck, it's a mimic.
Don't you hate it when the DM's like, yes, yes, fall right into my plan.
It's a 6. I'm sorry, wait, no. A 9.
9 doesn't quite cut it. As you go to hit this barrel, it seems like it's made of steel as your leg kind of shakes and you kind of like pulled a muscle in your calf. The 3 barrels that were there kind of start assembling themselves and reconstructing the panels of the barrels, and its body is made up of this like gold substance that almost looks like a river of gold coins, and it's using the barrels as armor. It lets out a terrifying roar and goes to grab at you, and that's where we're gonna stop. Thank you for listening to another Big Bear Dungeons podcast. We hope you enjoyed it, and we also hope that you share with your friends and family. Check out our social medias, and we'll see you next week.